Hello and welcome to Thought for September the 30th. Our readings are 1 Chronicles chapters 13 and 14, Ezekiel chapter 26 and Luke chapter 23. And our thought is, stood at a distance watching. Pilate was the most powerful man in Israel in the days of Jesus. But he was strangely helpless in carrying out his own desire to let Jesus go free, although he said, as we read today, "I find no guilt in this man." Luke 23 verse 4. And nothing deserving of death has been done by him. And twice said, "I will release him." It is strange how Pilate gives in. When we compare the different gospel records, we get a clearer picture. One issue being that Jesus admitted to being a king, and the Jewish leaders declared, "We have no king but Caesar." Pilate queried Jesus about the allegations of his claim to kingship. "But," said Jesus, "my kingdom is not of this world," or age, as the word is. So Pilate, the most powerful man in Jerusalem, became indifferent to justice and let Jesus be crucified. The biased and prejudiced, jealous Jewish leaders got their way. It has always been a challenge to hold firm to what is really true. Most of the apostles, we gather, in the end met untimely deaths. Peter and Paul certainly did. Let us try to imagine living centuries ago, especially around 450 to 500 years ago in England, when Christian put Christians to horrible deaths, the situation changing depending upon which queen or king was on the throne. There is some parallel today in what happened. Like the voices of the prejudiced religious leaders of that age, so today we have the insistent voices and writings of the atheistic and agnostic intellectuals, and they are getting louder. Even some Bible believers seem to be influenced towards accepting human theories of how creation happened. Remember how God challenged Job. Read chapter 38 verses 1 to 4. We live in an age where intellectuals believe they can know everything there is to know. Today, the great majority of people accept that evolution is true and there is no God. For years, the Catholic Church have claimed to believe in both God and evolution. They are no better than the Jewish leaders in the time of Jesus, who blindfolded their minds to the heavenly power of Jesus. We have all the evidence we need to be sure that Jesus is King, that he did rise from the dead. The return of Jesus will astonish our godless world. Those who do not believe and are not ready for his coming, being convinced there is no God, will be overwhelmed and many will perish. Recall what we read in Jeremiah 25 verses 32 to 33. How certain are we of what we say we believe? We read that at his crucifixion, all his acquaintances and the women who had followed him stood at a distance watching these things. Verse 49. Only John and his mother and two faithful women stood by the cross, we are told in John 19, verse 19. Are we standing at a distance? How ready are we for his coming? Is there a good supply of oil in our lamps? Well, we make the answer now. Thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, remembering that Word is a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.